Today I would like to give you a closer look at the disk menu of the Korg Kronos, including a USB stick, the internal SSD, and what you can generally do with it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I would really appreciate a subscription. And if you like the video, feel free to click like and leave me a comment. First, I want to show you how to switch to the USB stick and what you can do there, including formatting the USB stick. For this, we first need to take a USB stick. The Korg Kronos can process quite a bit. I now have a 64GB USB stick and I plug it into the USB port at the back. There are two of them available. A USB hub actually works as well. Then we need to wait a few seconds as the Korg Kronos takes a little time to recognize the USB stick as a USB stick, and then we switch to disk mode and see a selection field down here. I currently have the main SSD and another SSD that I installed later. The USB stick is also recognized under RDD. We can see now that I have already saved various items on this USB stick, and in the bottom left we see three tabs: Load, Save, Utility. Under Load there are File and Audio CD. We don't need those today. Under Load, you load as the name suggests. Now let's click on the PCG file. I will talk a bit about the file formats in the next video or the one after that. Let's see what we can do here. The PCG file is the most important for us at the moment. Now we see the button at the bottom lighting up, namely Open. I can go in there and check the structure. I can go back through Sort to sort the files, and through Load, I could load the file if I wanted to. I have the same functions at the bottom. At the top right, there is also a menu that looks different. Here in the Save area, it mainly concerns saving, starting with new files. Here, I can hide data that the Korg Kronos cannot process or does not recognize. I haven't used Log Unlock Selected yet, but it allows you to lock files so they cannot be edited further. I can choose Save All, which saves everything except song data. Save PCG saves the PCG file, and Save Sequencer saves the song data alone. Save Sampling Data saves the sampling data in the KSC, and Save User.ge saves the user data. KGE, I can save MIDI files, and those are actually the important things I need. Let's switch to the node area below. There is also this menu at the top, which is somewhat simplified. Of course, there is nothing to save. There is only load either the selected files or the PCG file into the RAM and the samples. However, I can also do that below via load. The utility is a bit more interesting. Here, there are similar functions as before. I can hide the unknown data. There is translation again, Log Unlock. I can also rename, copy, delete data, create a file using Create Directory, and set the date and time. I can check and format the medium by clicking on it. Here you can see menus that are also familiar from a Windows computer. I can perform a quick format or a full format. I can of course enter names and select FAT16 or FAT32. I would always format the USB stick in the Korg Kronos to be on the safe side. Then there is a multiple select field where I can select multiple files and load, or copy them simultaneously, as I have done here. Click on Copy, then go to the folder where I want to paste it, which can also be another drive, and then click on Paste at the bottom and it will be inserted. That was a brief overview of the disk mode. I will cover the whole thing again in a bit more detail and also with examples.